Hi guys, welcome to DevOps World. Today we are trying to discuss about a software development life cycle to work on the different types of projects under the DevOps. Not only DevOps, you can go with every project. Definitely you need to work on the software development life cycle. So software development life cycle is one of the major important role in software industry. Okay, so now in this case I want to tell you not in depth about the software development life cycle, but I can tell you how we are working on software development life cycle in this progress. Okay, so for this, if you go with any company, definitely what are the achievements in software development life cycle and how you can evaluate the project in different types of roles as per the industry in market. So for this, we are trying to go with the software development life cycle. So basically what you're working on software development life cycle. So this is very, very important. We'll try to go with a very good example to work on the progress and how it is useful in DevOps. Definitely we'll try to discuss in this class. So for this, what we are trying to go here is we are working on software development life cycle based upon the different types of operations. Okay, so here in software development life cycle we are trying to make a different structured format, like, so we are trying to go with requirements analysis, and we are trying to go with development testing, and we are trying to go with deployment, and finally we are trying to release the product. Okay, so this is a which we are trying to go with the develop software development life cycle. Okay, so here in this case we are trying to go with 6 stages of evaluation. Okay, so we'll try to discuss one by one how the what is the main specialty on the requirements analysis, design, development, testing, and deployment and maintenance. We'll try to discuss all these things. We'll try to discuss with a good example. Okay, so we have a lot of examples guys, but I'll try to go with a sample example to work on this particular progress. Okay, so let's go with example guys. So now here, whenever whenever you are you got any project from the business requirement, business, that is business will comes a picture of client. So client, so definitely we are trying to initiate the software development life cycle. That is, we can call this one as SDLC. Remember this, SDLC. So don't confuse what is SDLC means. Don't confuse from your side. SDLC stands for software development life cycle. Okay, so whenever you are getting any project from the business requirement, definitely we are trying to maintain the software development life cycle. Okay, let us take example for this. I'm trying to go with example for this. I can go with like ABC .com. Okay, abc.com. I'm taking one product, abc.com. So I don't want to mention the Flipkart, Netflix, PhonePe, Google Pay. No, they're not like that. I can go with example.com. Okay, that is abc.com. Okay, so how can you get the product from the company actually? So generally whenever you are getting any product from the company, definitely the every company will look for watermark, that is software development life cycle only. Okay, so we have some different types of operations in SDLC. So for this we are trying to go with the requirements. The second one is analysis. Next, third one is we are trying to go with implementation. And fourth, we are trying to go with testing. And fifth, I can go with deployment. Deployment. Sixth, we are trying to go with production. Okay. See, once the client is giving some requirement to you, we need to collect all the raw information. Like we are trying to collect the requirements like documentation from the client, and you need to we need to go with we need to collect the documentation first, then we can once you collect the documentation, then we are trying to go with analysis. Okay, so you need to collect the documentation from the client, definitely. So without telling the business requirement, we can't do any project, right? So for this you need to maintain the documentation for this. Okay, see, one thing, whenever you are working with any company, this is one of the important aspect as per the software industry. Okay, so requirements and we are whatever you are trying to analyze, requirements and whatever you're trying to analyze in, so as per the project requirement, definitely these are the very very important tools. So the first two phases are very very important. So if you take any decision in requirement and whatever you are maintaining the design, this is one of the biggest phase in software industry. Okay, so definitely we are trying to go with analysis. That is, we need to create a design. We need to create a design or blueprint of your project. Okay, of your project. This is a completely blueprint of your project. Okay, so these are very very important stages. So but I am not definitely defining about DevOps here. Definitely when you are trying, so without if you keep for on DevOps, definitely this is important phases. Okay, so once you collected the design phase everything, then this design phase has been suppose if I go with abc.com. In abc.com we have we already studied the abc.com, and we are trying to create one design for the abc.com. Okay, let us take one example for this. I'm trying to go with so I'm going with sample example to understand this concept. Now for this I'm trying to go with a paint. So suppose I'm taking a Netflix. I'll try to go with Netflix. Okay. I'll try to create a, like I can go with example, that is Netflix. You know what is Netflix currently in market? So I can go with a Netflix. Netflix here. Netflix is a online streaming website, as you know this. Online streaming on your entertainment, like is we are trying to go with entertainment like we are trying to see the movies or OTT apps. So like this we can see n number of, like Hollywood, Bollywood or Bollywood or Tollywood. Okay, so this is what we are trying to see, the requirements from the client is giving some requirements to you. Please try to maintain all these OTT apps from my application. Okay, so for this what they'll try to go they'll try to give one X company. So they'll try to maintain one X company for this. They're trying to maintain one X company. I'm not taking any company, I'm taking X company. In X company, I'm taking all the requirements to this company. So for this, what we are trying to go for X companies, want to go with some manpower. That is, suppose I'm taking 10 numbers. So 10 numbers, I was recruited with this particular application. Okay, so these 10 numbers will try to give initiate like so we are trying to initiate like developers. For like 5 members are developers, 5 members are developers, 5 members are developers, and suppose 2 members are testers. We are working with testing team. Testing, and two numbers are deployment team. We need to go with deploy, and 1 number is production team. We are going with prod. Okay, so this is what we are trying to initiate in X company. So 5 numbers are developers, 2 numbers are testing, and 2 numbers are deploy, and one are in production team. Okay, so here first I'll try to take, so as I told you that I was working with the requirements and analysis, right? So in requirements and analysis, suppose I'm trying to choose Hollywood. Okay, I'm trying to choose Hollywood. So because we need to develop, we need to give one design to Hollywood, so that it will try to go with striking with the customers. So definitely, if the so I can take this one statistically from my side, as for the Hollywood. So I want to take this one as a requirement. I want to do from the implementation team. I want to explain to implementation, try to implement this Hollywood module in my Netflix application. Okay, so definitely the developers will try to go with this Hollywood implementation, Hollywood as a future. If they'll try to go with implementation on these things, okay, they'll try to develop the Hollywood. Okay, and once the developer has been done successfully, they'll try to move with the testing team, that is QA team. They'll try to go with QA team, because developers will only do the code, they will not test the code. Okay, definitely we'll try to move with the QA team. So that QA team will try to initiate some different types of tools. They'll try to test the source code management, SCM. That's source code management. I'll tell you what is source code management. Definitely we'll try to tell you in next coming classes what is DevOps actually in practical. We'll try to go with these classes. Just understand the concept, guys. That's it. Okay, so they'll try to give the source code management to testing team. The testing team will try to go with testing on the particular source code management. Once it is verified, your developing team has been success. So developing has been the success with the Hollywood module. So success, they'll try to go with the deploy. So these two are very, very important roles. Developers and testers are very, very important roles in organization. Okay, so without developing the stages, without developing and testing will be not arise in application, definitely we don't have any automation. Okay, so developers and testing team are very, very important roles as per the software industry. Okay, if you're trying to go with any aspects, if you're working on any aspects as per the any module, like if you take any module on your application, definitely we are trying to work on the development and testing team. So then after that we are trying to go with the deployment. So here in this case we are working on DevOps. Okay, so we are working on DevOps here. Okay, because we are working with automation. We are not working with source codes. We are not working with testing team. We are working with the automation. So for this, we are trying to go with the deployment. Okay, so this is one of the major factor what we are trying to go with software development lifecycle. So in software development lifecycle, what are the major advantage here is we are working with the collaboration. Remember this. We are working with collaboration. We are working with collaboration. So collaboration means that is process. We are working with process. So this is the use case scenario, guys. Whatever I told you, this is the process. We are working with the process. Okay, so what is the main achievement of the DevOps actually? What is the main achievement of DevOps? So if you want to work on the achievement, definitely, so the developers, the team will rise on the development. So this development will try to give a multi, so the design process having a that is blueprint architecture. So the ones we are trying to go with the blueprint architecture, we are trying to go with development to make different modules different modules as per the requirement, as per the analysis team, guys, as per the analysis team. Okay, so as per the analysis team, they'll try to go with implementation. Once he done the implementation, then they'll try to go with testing. So they maintain the testing strategies. They want to maintain the testing strategies, testing queries, strategies, testing strategies to maintain the use case scenarios. Okay, so they are trying to maintain the use case scenarios. This is what we are trying to go with the testing part. Okay, so once you've done the testing part, then we are trying to go with deploy the applications. So we are trying to go with the deploying applications is we are trying to go with DevOps tools. We are trying to go with DevOps tools. The DevOps tools, once the DevOps tools has been done, we are trying to work on the progress. So that is DevOps tools, we are working on the progress. So for this, what we are trying to go here is we are trying to go with working on the strategies. Okay, so we are working on the DevOps tools that based upon the collaboration. We are trying to work on the collaboration. Okay, so this is what we are trying to work on the progress. Depends upon the scenario. So this is what we are trying to go with the different types of strategies. Okay, so here you need to maintain one thing very clearly. So as per the software development life cycle, we are trying to take the business requirement. The business requirement will try to go with initiate. The initiation will come the picture of collaboration process. Okay, so even the customer also will take this collaboration process, and they'll try to give the feedback. In production team, we are trying to it will tries to customers, and the customers will try to give the feedback whether it is going on good on your application. Okay, feedback application. Once it is done, the feedback application, we are trying to go with the progress. Okay, so this is what we are trying to initiate different types of application progress. Okay, so this is what we are trying to go with software development life cycle, guys. The software development life cycle will try to give the such a good enhancement of your project to maintain the efficiency to work on the particular factors based upon the business requirement. Okay, so the feedback will be comes under the pros and cons. It depends upon the requirement from the client, and the client will try to go with some more different types of modifications. So in this we need to tell you one thing, guys. In project, we have some different phases. Different phases. What are the phases here is you need to go with we have like commercial application. We have government application, and we have organization applications. Okay, like this we have commercial. So we are using in commercial applications, that is we are working on .com. In government, I'm going with .gov, and we are working on organization, that is .org. So these are the different types of phases what we are trying to go with in this particular scenario as per the software development life cycle. Okay, so this is what we are trying to say in this class. So what is overbrief about the software development life cycle? Means software development life cycle will try to give the multiple phases of your project, depends upon the requirements, analysis, implementation. We are trying to do all the operations. Okay, all the operations, finally we are trying to work on the progress. Okay, so this is what we are trying to maintain the software development life cycle in this particular phase of the project. Okay, and one more thing, the main intention of so here where the DevOps has came to this software development life cycle. Okay, so whatever you are trying to work from 1 to 4, this is not on the progress of DevOps. Definitely we are trying to work on the deployment. Okay, so I can call this one as a CI. So whenever you are working with up to 1 to 5, I can call this one as a CI, continuous integration. Continuous integration process. So as a DevOps, you're working on deployment. So you are not working with the source code, you're not working with requirements, you're not working with an analysis, you're not working with testing team. Okay, so whatever the requirements comes from 1 to 4, we are trying to deploy. So once it is verified from 1 to 4, we are trying to move with the DevOps tools, that is collaboration process. So the main achievement of the DevOps is, so we are going with DevOps goal, the main achievement. So we need to go with delivery the process of your application very easily. So because we are working on collaboration process, okay, so this is what we are trying to work on the software development life cycle, guys. Okay, so here you need to know only one thing, guys, we are trying to disclose all these things now. So software development life cycle will try to give the very good multiple chances to work on the multiple projects. Okay, but as per the business requirement, as per the client requirement, we are working on the different types of factors. So we as per your team size, depends upon your team size, either it is very big, small, or whatever it may be. So definitely you need to enhance. It depends upon the client requirement, and even you need to see the customers also. Okay, what customers are trying to expect, what customers are giving the feedback, like they'll go with advantages and disadvantages. Okay, if it is disadvantage, that is a problem. Okay, so that you need to erase that particular problem. So definitely the client will interact with again your team, and they'll try to go with modifications. Okay, so this is what they'll try to maintain the efficiency on the basis of implementation and testing. So it depends upon the different roles. Okay, so this is what we are trying to work on the software development life cycle, guys. If you have any queries, please contact me in comment sessions. I'll try to make it very clear for you. Okay, like I'll come to online live session, guys, in next coming sessions. And so we'll try to move with projects also, and subject, and as well as projects. We'll try to go from the DevOps, because I need to give enhancement of my knowledge to you guys. So this is all about my intention. So it will be very easy to work on the practical sessions in next as per your student career or any organization, those who are working with non-IT to IT. So try to see these videos, definitely it will be very helpful to you. So this is what we are trying to go. Okay, thank you guys, and have a nice day.